Okay, so this is Unit 1, Lesson 1, warm-up for the quadratic relations, but this time it's example number 2. Same idea, this is learning or practicing how to plot a table of values onto a graph. So again, we have our graph over here. This is our y-axis, and this is our x-axis. Okay. The middle here is 0, 0, and that is called the origin, and that is where we start when we're trying to plot our first points. So from our table of values here, our first point is the values -1, -3. And again, remember that when you're plotting points, the x value is always first, and the y value is second. So for our first point, it's -1, -3. So to plot the value, we start at 0, 0, the origin, and we start with our x value. So we're going to move across the horizontal axis first. So our x value is -1, so we move over to -1. Our y value is -3, so we move down 3 units. 1, 2, 3. And this is our first point that we have. -1, -3. Okay, our next point, 0, -4. We start at 0, 0, but for our x value, it is 0. So we actually do not move left or right on our x-axis. So we move over to our y value, which is -4. So we move down 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, my point is running in there. 0, -4 is this point. Our next point is 1, -3. So we start here at 0, 0. We move over 1 for the x value and then down 3 on the y-axis. So 1, 2, 3. This is 1, -3. Our next point is 2, 0. So once again, we start at the origin first, and we move over 2 units to the right this time on the x-axis. So 1, 2. And our y value is 0, so we don't move up or down. We stay exactly where we are. Okay, so that is 2, 0. And our last point that we have in our table of values is 3, 5. So once again, we start at the origin and we move over 3 on the x-axis first. 1, 2, 3, and then up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're done plotting our points, and as you can see, different than example number 1, which was a straight line, this line actually curves. So if we sort of connect our dots here to create the curve, it looks like this. And of course, because our table of values is just a few points, we make sure that we include our arrows to represent that our curve does continue on. If you were to continue it on both sides, you would end up getting a big U shape, which is our quadratic equation. So the U shape is a quadratic relation It's a quadratic relation, and of course this is what this unit is on quadratic relations. The general form of a quadratic relation is ax² plus bx plus c. But we will also see how you can write it in different ways as well.